I'm Shepard Fairey. I'm a street artist, and I'm standing in front of a mural I did at 30th and Ivy in SouthPark neighborhood in San Diego, and I also did one on near 5th and University in Hillcrest. Check out the artwork if you have time. Very happy that people care about what I'm doing. It's amazing because I grew up in South Carolina where there wasn't a lot of contemporary art, and the things I was doing even earlier in my career, I was not expecting to go so far. I think actually I would have been paralyzed if I thought that I would ever have a huge audience. I would have been not known what to make. So I think just humbly pursuing what I wanted to do anyway meant that it was going to go in whatever natural direction without that awkward pressure. This is in progress right now. A couple of my assistants are up there. It's a Burmese monk who I illustrated to try to get the word out about the human rights abuses in Burma.
How do you choose what you're going to put on in different communities on these urban walls?
Well, I always make a lot of different images, and depending on where I am, the size of the wall, the culture of the community, a lot of different variables, I'll choose what to put. I think the most important thing is that I have a lot of flexibility in the way that I work, so I can adapt to spaces quickly. I usually work with a modular system of posters and larger images. This is actually all being painted because I had permission to do this wall from the owner, so I can take my time. Yeah, I think just the ability to work quickly has really helped me with my street work.
What do you think about the project that the Museum of Contemporary Arts is doing for San Diego?
I think it's incredible that San Diego has this exhibition, the Viva la Revolucion, at the Museum of Contemporary Art, because a lot of cities that are seen as more culturally progressive haven't done a street art themed show yet, and San Diego has been very, very persistent about cleaning graffiti and street art, and prosecuted graffiti and street art very diligently. So it's nice to see the art forms recognized, not just vilified. And you know, I don't agree with all graffiti or all street art. I think that a lot of stuff happens that maybe could be a little bit more considerate of the property, but at the same time, there's a lot of really beautiful work that's very constructive, very creative, that should be acknowledged. And you know, life is full of gray area. You know, the freedom of speech is predicated on the idea that you might not like everything everyone says, but that it's important that they have the right to say it, because you want to have the right to say what you want to say. I think street art functions in much the same way.
You have a lot of roots in San Diego.
I'm back in San Diego after leaving here in 2001, but I lived here from '96 to 2001. I lived in SouthPark and Hillcrest, and yeah, it's nice to be back here doing this stuff. I was actually arrested here a few years ago, and on probation. I wasn't even technically allowed to enter downtown San Diego, but that's over, and I'm back doing legal walls and sharing my work with the people, what's always been important to me. I just did a really large mural in Hillcrest on the side of Urban Outfitters. It used to be the Corvette Diner on 5th, and that piece is a sort of quilt of many different images, larger and smaller, all glued up with wheat paste, and some of it's painted in. But that's 80 feet wide, 17 feet high, and it addresses a number of topics from global warming to conspicuous consumption, blind obedience to authority, the war in Iraq, punk rock. There's all sorts of different things going on in that mural.
What do you think about your pieces being painted over, or there's a building going up? Is it painful? I mean, is it a piece of your soul?
The thing with street art is that you can't be too precious about it. It's ephemeral. The work may stay up for a week, it may stay up for a year, it may be cleaned in a matter of hours. So, of course, I put a lot of love into what I do on the street, but I know that it won't last, and I have to just move on to the next one after something is painted over or defaced. It's you know, it's just the nature of everything in life. Actually, you know, you're born, you die, weeds grow. I think it's just more accelerated though with street art.